Sometimes we're hit by a mix of emotions, ranging from love to dislike. It can feel like we're caught in a complicated dance of feelings, leaving us puzzled about why not everyone seems to like us. That's where Buddhism comes in, offering guidance to help us navigate these emotional storms. We're on a journey to uncover the three main reasons, according to Buddhism, why some people might not be drawn to us. Buddhism acts as a wise friend, shedding light on the shadows that sometimes cloud our relationships. Our quest isn't just about understanding these reasons, it's also about finding paths to a more peaceful and loving life. This journey promises to change our perspective, revealing the profound wisdom of Buddhism on embracing the complexities of human connections with an open heart. Ignorance, or not seeing the full picture, is a big reason why some people might not feel drawn to us, according to Buddhism. Ignorance here means not quite getting the whole truth about ourselves, our existence, and our connections with everything around us. This misunderstanding often leads to problems and rocky relationships. It challenges our belief in being separate, unchanging individuals, revealing it as false. This mistake can cause all sorts of issues, from misunderstandings to deep dislike. When we act like we're the only ones who matter, ignoring others' feelings and needs, we end up pushing people away. Acting like we're the center of the universe can turn people off. So what can we do about it? Buddhism suggests we recognize that we're all part of a bigger whole. The idea that we're isolated individuals is a myth. Instead, we're always evolving and deeply connected with everyone and everything. Recognizing this truth can help us break down the walls that divide us from others, paving the way for empathy, understanding, and sharing our feelings. This change in perspective can bring us closer to others, building connections based on mutual understanding and shared humanity. Conflicts often arise from not knowing enough. Ignorance makes us overlook how our actions affect others, leading to hurt feelings. Buddhism sheds light on karma, teaching us that every action has consequences, often causing pain if done in ignorance. But there's hope. By becoming more aware and insightful, we can avoid these mistakes, leading to kinder and more peaceful relationships. This shift from ignorance to understanding is our ticket to creating connections filled with more love and fewer conflicts. Attachment, or getting too attached to our desires, is another reason people might not like us, according to Buddhism. Attachment is like really wanting things or outcomes. It's often driven by our desires and cravings. When we're super attached, we mainly care about our own happiness, which can lead to problems in our relationships. Buddhism teaches that attachment is a source of suffering because it ties us to things that are always changing. Our attachment to people or things can lead to disappointment and frustration when those things change or go away. People might not like us if they see us being really attached, because it can make us seem selfish. So how do we deal with this? Buddhism suggests we learn to be content and let go of our desires. By doing this, we're not relying on external things to make us happy, and we can think more about other people's well-being. Expecting too much can lead to disappointment. When we're really attached, we often hope for things to go just the way we want, and it's tough when they don't. This can strain our relationships and cause others to drift away. Buddhism teaches us to ease up on these expectations and accept life as it is. This approach helps us relate to others more calmly and harmoniously, smoothing out our interactions and keeping connections strong. We're all part of a larger community. At times, we may treat others as if they exist solely for our pleasure, viewing them as different from us and using them to satisfy our desires. This can lead to them feeling exploited, damaging potential friendships. Buddhism encourages us to recognize our shared connections. When we understand that our well-being and that of others are interconnected, we're motivated to treat people better, with more kindness, respect, and empathy. Aversion, or a deep dislike, is what Buddhism points out as another reason people might steer clear of us. It's a powerful negative feeling towards someone or something, often rooted in fear, anger, or a simple dislike. This emotion can drive us to judge and criticize others, leaving them feeling unappreciated. Buddhism teaches us to move away from judgment and criticism, suggesting that being more accepting and understanding can lead to stronger relationships. The root of aversion is often fear. We might fear something or someone, and that fear can change into dislike or even hostility. Buddhism encourages us to face our fears, recognize them, and not let them control us. By being mindful and brave, we can overcome these negative feelings and open ourselves up to be more compassionate and understanding towards others. Compassion is the key to dealing with dislike. It's all about being kind and trying to understand every person, even those we might not initially like. By showing true compassion, we let people know we're there for them and willing to hear them out. This can help heal old wounds and lead to forgiveness. But to share this compassion with others, we first need to be kind to ourselves. We often judge ourselves too harshly, which can make us less kind to others. Buddhism teaches us to accept our flaws and be gentle with ourselves. When we practice self-compassion, it becomes easier to show genuine kindness and patience in our relationships, helping to mend bridges and foster a sense of understanding and care. Solving disagreements relies on understanding. By understanding why a conflict has arisen, we can address it more effectively. Rather than reacting with defensiveness or irritation, we can approach the situation with patience and a real willingness to resolve the issue. This approach not only aids in communication and finding middle ground, but also paves the way for mending and growing our relationships. Through understanding, we create opportunities for our connections to heal and flourish. Another crucial aspect of Buddhism in understanding why some people may not like us is acceptance. Acceptance involves acknowledging and embracing the reality of situations, including the emotions and behaviors of others. Often we struggle when people don't like us because we resist accepting their feelings or behaviors. However, Buddhism teaches us that resistance only leads to suffering. Instead, by accepting the reality of others' emotions, even if they're negative towards us, we can approach situations with greater peace and clarity. Acceptance allows us to respond with compassion rather than defensiveness, fostering healthier interactions and relationships. Continuous growth, the journey never ends. Buddhism emphasizes the idea of continuous growth and self-improvement. Understanding why people may not like us is just the beginning of a lifelong journey towards personal development. Even as we gain insight into our own behaviors and emotions, there's always more to learn and explore. Buddhism encourages us to approach this journey with openness and humility, recognizing that we are all works in progress. By embracing this mindset of continuous growth, we can cultivate greater self-awareness, compassion, and understanding, leading to deeper connections and more fulfilling relationships with others. Our journey through Buddhism's insights teaches us to enhance our relationships by dealing with ignorance, clinging, and aversion. Employing mindfulness, empathy, and comprehension, we can develop relationships rich in affection and progress. This path isn't only about grasping why we might not be liked, it's about profound self-improvement. As we radiate love and understanding, we can motivate others towards positivity, making the world a more united and harmonious place. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. Thank you for watching.